self-proclaimed most beautiful woman in all of WWE.
Self-proclaimed, Cole, would you listen to yourself? I'm sitting right here. I am making the proclamation. We are all witnessing the most beautiful woman in all of WWE.
Corey, you're a bit biased.
So?
At least he admits it.
And from Staten Island, New York, Carmella.
This is a woman who radiates high class in and out of the ring. How many people do you know who have their own personal sommelier?
Carmella's done it all. There's no doubt about that.
Former SmackDown Women's Champion, Money in the Bank winner, WrestleMania Battle Royal winner, and she even won Mixed Match Challenge.
A truly untouchable resume for an untouchable superstar. Oh boy, guys, I am so excited for the ladies.
You know, when you think headline, a pay-per-view, who do you think of?
This woman right here.
Mickie James!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James!
A six-time champion. Mickie James, also a talented country singer.
Mickie James, talented in the ring, talented behind the microphone. Byron, one of these days you'll find something you're good at in life. Maybe not.
Dana Brooke is in action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, Dana Brooke.
Both a powerlifting and bodybuilding background, Dana Brooke hits harder than most inside the ring.
Pound for pound, perhaps the strongest woman in WWE.
How long do we have to keep preaching about potential?
Comes the powerhouse blonde bombshell.
And from Yorktown Heights, New York, the NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose.
Now, formerly God's greatest creation, right, Corey?
That's right. But even the man himself makes mistakes.
So judgmental, all because Mandy had a slight slip up at WrestleMania, Corey. You fell out of love with her? No doubt the highest profile win for Mandy Rose when she defeated her former partner Sonya Deville in a loser leaves WWE match at SummerSlam.
Io Shirai, one of the best women high flyers in history.
And from Tokyo, Japan, Io Shirai.
One of the most decorated competitors in Japanese women's wrestling history. And Io Shirai has continued that success in NXT and WWE. Io Shirai, without question, possesses one of the best moonsaults in all of WWE. And if we're lucky, we'll see another one here tonight.
The genius of the sky preparing to take flight.
One of the sweetest, she's now one of the meanest.
And from San Jose, California, Bayley.
You know, there was a time where Bayley was actually one of my favorites. Now she's arrogant. She even ignores me in the hallway.
Oh, Saxton, don't you dare question Bayley's confidence. Ding dong, hello, she's earned that confidence. I witnessed her first several days at FCW. This is not only a different competitor, but a completely different woman. She is the epitome of ambition, a true role model.
Grown tired of being an underdog. She's tired of being overlooked.
Has toppled every foe that stood in her way.
She calls herself the EST. Saxton, welcome to the ball pit.
We're gonna get you some extra tokens, Sax Man, maybe some extra cheese.
From Oakland, California, Shotzi.
This is what happens when your parents don't show you enough attention as a child.
There's no doubt she's one of the most unique women superstars in history.
Has quickly earned success in NXT, even winning the tag team titles with Ember Moon.
Saxton, I think you should lay down and play speed bump for that tank.
I don't think that's a good idea, Corey.
Why don't you just stand up in front of it? Just stand there. Just stand there.
You want me to get hurt, don't you, Michael?
Well, demands every opponent call her daddy. Should focus on being called winner.
Hey guys, I've been practicing this. Let me know what you think.
That wouldn't have scared off a mailman.
Is she a rooster?
You don't get it.
This is my brutality!
Now the nightmare is real.
Rash, bold, and unashamed. Brutality has arrived.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Rhea Ripley.
One of the most powerful women in all of WWE. Set a new standard of brutality in her match against Toni Storm at NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool.
She became the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion. You know, some would call this confidence, others arrogance. That's the look on the face of Rhea Ripley.
What we do know is that Rhea Ripley is always prepared for any kind of fight.
It's boss time!
The standard, the blueprint, one of the most accomplished.
And from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
The irresistible force on the grand stage, and it's nights like these that Nia Jax was born for.
Never has a theme song been more appropriate for one superstar. Without a doubt, Nia Jax is not like most girls, and she's got a chance to show why here on the grand stage.
Now here comes one of my favorite superstars today.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Gold Coast, Australia, Toni Storm.
Traveled the world before coming to WWE, and especially made her name in Japan.
Toni Storm started training at the age of 13, one of the youngest competitors, but also one of the savviest veterans at this stage.
Certainly a dedicated superstar who now has a new focus.
Toni's got lots of potential, and she's getting better every day.
Total package of women's wrestling. The Glamazon.
And from Buffalo, New York, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
Really a trailblazer in sports entertainment.
I am looking forward to seeing what Beth Phoenix has in store here tonight.
The youngest Hall of Fame inductee in the history of WWE.
Guys, I guess we can say welcome to Alexa's playground.
And from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Corey, I got some breaking news. Alexa actually wants Byron as a guest on Alexa's playground tonight.
Oh, thank God. I thought she'd never ask.
Guys, actually I have a dinner date with my mom. I won't be available.
Saxton isn't the only person crying for their mommy on the arrival of Alexa Bliss.
Byron, is the old Alexa still in there?
I mean, I'm kind of wondering, but I don't really want to find out myself. And she seems happy.
And she's also about to turn the ring into her own personal playground.
Byron, it just became iconic.
And representing the Iconics, from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce.
Well, she's one of the WWE's most skilled women's tag competitors, trying to break out as a singles competitor.
Peyton Royce said she's tired of sitting and waiting for her spot. She'll take it by force.
Well, Peyton can back it up with a win here tonight. Look, Peyton Royce extremely talented. Her attitude, that's something else.
She's been nothing but sweet to me, Saxton. Byron, time to put your hair up and square up. Well, you don't have any hair, but you get the...
Here comes the queen, the franchise, and the self-proclaimed opportunity.
And
A superstar, a Hall of Famer that has influenced an entire generation.
from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
You're looking at a woman who's ready to take on old and new schools alike.
Despite everything Trish Stratus has accomplished in her career, she is still inspired simply by competition.
Here tonight on the WWE Network.
Yeah, my favorite part of the night.
And from Orlando, Florida,
Don't be blinded by the dancing and the crazy lights. Naomi performs extremely well on the big stage. I only need to take you back to WrestleMania in her hometown of Orlando, where Naomi captured the SmackDown Women's Championship. Then only 1 year later, won the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal in New Orleans. To be fair, Cole, Naomi's entrance has the same effect on Byron Saxton that a laser pointer does on a cat. What, cat got your tongue, Saxton? Australian duo known as the Iconics.
And representing the Iconics, from Sydney, Australia, Billy Kay.
Billy Kay, Byron, wouldn't allow you to breathe the same air she does.
Who said I want to hang out with her?
It's not really an option, Saxton. Billy Kay exists in a whole world you know nothing about. A world of beauty, a world of danger.
Yeah, how about a world of lies and deceit?
Billy Kay, extremely beautiful, extremely dangerous.
Byron, I talked to Billy Kay about you, and her quote was, "He's too dumb to function."
I find that hard to believe.
Listen, I didn't say it. I was just repeating what I was told by my source.
Good journalist.
The evil is mine.
Gentlemen, are you ready? I think Dakota Kai is about to get her kick.
I see what you did there. Look at that intimidating scowl. Byron, you look scared.
I am scared.
And from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
This is a woman who demands her place in the spotlight and has taken it by pure force.
You know, it's hard to think at one time Dakota Kai was the captain of Team
Yeah, at one time, Byron, at one time. That included the entire WWE Universe, but how things have changed.
Dakota is no longer the captain of Team Kick. She's the leader and the ruler of Team Kick. And Saxton, you're off.
The HBIC.
Head baddie in charge.
And Mia is always ready for a fight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, from Fontana, California, Mia Yim.
Mia Yim with impressive performances in the first two Mae Young Classic tournaments.
Yeah, plenty of big match experience in NXT, competing at several NXT TakeOver events.
Ready to jump to that next level with a win here tonight. Well, she's scary, all right. The Queen of the Scots.
And the best high flyer in the women's division.
Oh, some will say that.
And from Glasgow, Scotland, the NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray.
I cannot believe that this woman was actually NXT UK Women's Champion for 649 days. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you better believe it, Michael. In fact, Kaylee Ray has referred to herself as the, quote, forever champion.
That's pretty incredible.
It is incredible.
Well, forever could all come to a screeching halt tonight.
As they come, the Queen of Spades.
And from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
First ever two-time NXT Women's Champion.
And I am not afraid to admit, Shayna Baszler scares the heck out of me.
She holds the record for most women's Royal Rumble eliminations and women's Elimination Chamber eliminations.
It doesn't matter if she has one opponent or 29. In the ring or in a chamber, Shayna Baszler is always ready to fight. When the mouth guard goes in, the lights go out for her opponent.
A massive... I think that there is a reckoning upon us.
I believe you are correct, and there is destruction to follow.
And from parts unknown, reckoning.
This is a woman with one clear mission: to destabilize the entire women's division.
You're absolutely right. Reckoning does not care if she wins as long as she hurts her opponents.
Have to imagine she'd enjoy winning, though.
Bad attitude right here.
Ugh, that mask is scary.
Her opposition should be scared. This superstar is downright scary.
And from the Welsh Valleys, Tegan Knox.
Well, Tegan was betrayed by her former best friend Dakota Kai in the first ever women's War Games match.
All that says to me is that Tegan Knox simply isn't a very good best friend. Saxton?
I reserve my comment.
Saxton?
Well, a feel-good story every time Tegan Knox competes.
And from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
There is just a different energy when the EST is here.
A spectacular athlete, former star of track and weightlifting, Bianca Belair has next-level stamina and power inside the ring.
Without question, one of the absolute best in the women's division.
Here comes the War Goddess, the Phenom.
And from Dallas, Texas, Ember Moon.
A woman who reinvented herself with her return to NXT and found a compelling ally in Shotzi Blackheart, winning the women's tag team titles. Ember Moon always game, always ready, always focused. The first competitor to ever win both the women's title and women's tag team titles in NXT. Something tells me Ember's Law is about to be served tonight.
And from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
WWE is her passion, used to wrestle with her brothers in their New Jersey backyard.
Liv Morgan has come a long way from those backyard competitions. One of the brightest stars in WWE's women's division.
The irresistible...
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
multi-time women's champion, a reality star, a third-generation superstar. What an incredible career for this young lady.
You know, the pink and black aren't the only qualities that Natalya shares with her Uncle Brett. She also has the ability to get it done on the big stage.
One of the longest tenured superstars in all of the women's division, and she continues to get better with time.
On the big stage, here's Liv Morgan in the women's division.
And from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Gonzalez.
Alongside Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez won the first ever Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and were the first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Raquel Gonzalez, definitely a woman you want in your corner.
A true powerhouse of the game, physically outmatches everyone she steps into the ring with.
Competitors in the women's division, period.
And from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
Stephanie McMahon brought Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks to WWE, and those three women changed the course of history as we know it today.
Yeah, Sasha Banks has been a trailblazer. She has been at the forefront of that change. In fact, Sasha's career-long motto, be so good, they can't ignore you.
Corey, I don't understand what your issues are with Sasha Banks. She's one of the all-time greats.
You ever talk to her? She's intolerable.
Or he's just jealous. He wishes he had half the bling that Sasha has.
Pretty around here.
And your opponents first, from Greenwich, Connecticut, Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie said hi to Corey and I today, and she looked at you, Byron, like you got lost.
Well, I said hi to her earlier in the day. Some would say that perhaps her attitude leaves a little bit to be desired.
Well, then some.
I'm not me, I'm just saying.
The Poison Pixie is here.
And representing the Way from Anaheim, California, Candice LeRae.
I don't get it. Candice used to be beloved, right? She was known as Candice Wrestling, and now she's somebody completely different.
That's because being nice never got Candice to the top of NXT. Now, that's where she exists, along with The Way.
Has competed in War Games, TLC, street fight matches, ready for anything.
She's even competed against the likes of, get this, Kevin Owens and Cesaro before joining WWE.
A once-in-a-lifetime talent. Here comes China.
And her partner from Redondo Beach, California, the Night Wonder of the World, China.
If you've followed the career of China, you've seen on many occasions she's been a very powerful ally to some.
Yeah, but more often than not, China is a very dangerous enemy.
China has always got her game face on, and I'll tell you what, I pity China's opponent here tonight.
China shows no mercy. A true underdog hero in the women's division.
Nikki A.S.H. is ready to fly tonight.
Byron, you know she can't actually fly. She's only almost a superhero.
Theater of the mind, Corey. Theater of the mind.
And from Glasgow, Scotland, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, almost a superhero, Nikki A.S.H.
Listen, guys, I'll admit it. The change in attitude recently has brought Nikki A.S.H. a lot of success.
Wait, Corey, does that mean you're ready to jump on the bandwagon of Nikki A.S.H.?
Absolutely not.
The change in attitude of Nikki A.S.H. has certainly helped.
Well, she's won the Money in the Bank, the Raw Women's Championship, and the Women's Tag titles.
I think we're going to see even more super heroics here tonight.
And from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Byron, I would love to see you interview Sonya Deville so she could punch you right in the mouth.
I wouldn't enjoy that at all.
Sonya Deville is as bad as they come.
Disciplined, driven. In fact, the day that Sonya Deville graduated high school, she packed up her car, drove down to South Florida, and began training full-time in mixed martial arts. Tamina is a scary woman.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
Tamina's come so close so many times to title glory in WWE for over a decade.
Finally, Tamina would experience that crowning achievement, becoming one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions alongside a fellow veteran, Natalya.
A true underdog hero in the women's division.
Nikki A.S.H. is ready to fly tonight.
Byron, you know she can't actually fly. She's only almost a superhero.
Theater of the mind, Corey. Theater of the mind.
And from Glasgow, Scotland, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, almost a superhero, Nikki A.S.H.
Listen, guys, I'll admit it. The change in attitude recently has brought Nikki A.S.H. a lot of success.
Wait, Corey, does that mean you're ready to jump on the bandwagon of Nikki A.S.H.?
Absolutely not.
The change in attitude of Nikki A.S.H. has certainly helped.
Well, she's won the Money in the Bank, the Raw Women's Championship, and the Women's Tag titles.
I think we're going to see even more super heroics here tonight.
The man is here.
Becky Lynch never backs down from a fight, and as a result, has earned everyone's respect.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
What a career Becky Lynch has had so far here in WWE. WWE. Here, a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Here comes China.
And her partner from Redondo Beach, California, the Ninth Wonder of the World, China!
If you've followed the career of China, you've seen on many occasions she's been a very powerful ally to some.
Yeah, but more often than not, China is a very dangerous enemy.
China has always got her game face on, and I'll tell you what, I pity China's opponent here tonight.
China shows no mercy. Look who's here!
And from Moscow, the ravishing Russian, Lana!
The ravishing Russian has been ridiculed and written off her entire career, but here tonight she's looking to have the last laugh and crush the competition.
Well, anybody that's ever ridiculed Lana doesn't know what they're talking about. She's incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. Speaks like 31 languages. Byron has none of those things.
Whoa, but Byron's criticized all those things.
I did not. That's not true. I respect Lana. She has stolen the show on many occasions, and I think she's planning on doing it again here tonight. Corey, there's too much sugar in sweet tea.
From Paris Island, South Carolina, Lacey Evans!
A former Marine who trained in NXT while raising her daughter, Lacey Evans, is ready to grab the spotlight.
Well, Lacey Evans has an incredibly impressive resume. I just don't like how she looks down on everybody.
Well, she's better than you, Saxton. What would you expect?
That is true statement.
She's beautiful, she's dangerous, and she is as classy as the day is long. Oh my goodness, it's France's greatest export.
She's actually French-Canadian.
Same thing.
Oh, gosh.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Maurice.
We were recently in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Cole, and I tried to marry every woman I met because they all sounded like Maurice.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Tremendous competitor in the ring. Of course, the wife to The Miz, but Maurice.
I like to refer to The Miz as Maurice's husband.
As successful as Maurice
I
has
love
been,
it when she does that.
he has a very questionable attitude.
Nothing to question.